Zach and Tori Roloff detail freak accident that landed son in hospital. Little People. Big World stars Zach and Tori Roloff revealed the freak accident that recently sent their son, Josiah, to the hospital. On the May 22 episode of their Raising Heights podcast, the former TLC personalities detailed an accident that landed their 3-year-old in an emergency room. As it turned out, Joseph fell in the gravel in the Roloff's front yard after tumbling out of a kids-powered car following a malfunction with the toy seatbelt. Further inspection of the scene revealed what happened. The seatbelt is clicked together, but it's disconnected from the Jeep. How it connects to the Jeep broke, Zach explained. I feel like there might be some sort of lawsuit there. Tori replied, once you see how the seatbelt's connected, all of a sudden in my head, I'm like, this is so unsafe. The mom of 3 also noted they've had the powered toy for a long time and that it has been well loved. It's also why we should probably be wearing helmets when we ride the Jeeps, Tori admitted. It's one of those things that it honestly was like a freak accident. We never expected that to happen. Ultimately, Jackson needed 2 stitches to help close the wound. Thank goodness he's OK. The most cringeworthy scenes from Little People. Big World Season 9 Rankifans who follow Little People. Big World have seen a lot of uncomfortable moments on the show over the years, and it's time to rank the most awkward scenes. Whether drama was sparked by the family fighting, weird love connections, or footage cut by TLC, viewers haven't missed a beat. As the seasons have passed, a couple of scenes have stood the test of time and made it to the list of the most cringeworthy moments in LPBW history. In 2006, the Roloffs hit small screens and made quite an impact. Amy and Matt Roloff were happily married and raising their 4 children, Zach, Jeremy, Molly, and Jacob Roloff, on the family farm in Oregon. The setting seemed like a dream world, as Matt was the brains behind the operation, which included spooky pumpkin seasons and lazy summer days. However, as the years went on, Little People, Big World fans noticed that all was not as it seemed. The family members started to fight with one another, creating some theatrical scenes. While we couldn't list every single scene that made viewers' skin crawl, there were enough to choose from to narrow down to the list below. It is safe to say that Matt has made many of these moments come to life, thanks to behavior that fans consider narcissistic. Usually, the other family members just play supporting roles. A vacation is not always relaxing, especially when Roloffs are in severe emotional turmoil. It was clear back in Season 8 that Matt had already checked out of his marriage, but fans were not ready to see him check out as a parent. While on a family trip to Utah to spend time at a working ranch, Matt threw a temper tantrum after realizing that he couldn't join in on the horse ride. Instead of waiting for his family to come back, he decided to throw in the towel and head home early. LPBV viewers were appalled that he left Amy to deal with the aftermath. Back in 2006, during one of the earlier seasons, Jacob Roloff was involved in a serious accident while working on the farm. The TLC cameras caught the entire event as he and his close friend Mike Detchen prepared to launch the famous trebuchet. The launch went terribly as the winch triggered prematurely, leaving Mike and Jacob with head injuries. Luckily, the 2 made full recoveries. Little People, Big World fans couldn't help but cover their eyes and cringe when they saw Matt and Caryn Chandler trying to recreate a sexy scene from Ghost. As if the bad acting wasn't enough, Matt's moans and Caryn's giggling almost sent viewers over the edge. While it is nice that the 2 are in love, some activities should be saved for the bedroom. Why Little People? Big World fans think Amy's staying on show to help Zach fans of Little People. Big World think that Amy Roloff is still on the reality show because of her son, Zach Roloff. Amy has always been a caring mother to her 4 children, through thick and thin, on-screen and off. Fans are beginning to wonder why she hasn't left the show, and some of them are pointing toward her love for her son. This seems to be as good a reason as any. Up until their split, Amy was married to her now ex-husband, Matt Roloff. The 57-year-old was a crucial part of the almost instantaneous success of TLC's reality show, Little People, Big World. After their breakup, they have gone on with other partners, but maintain a cordial relationship. Amy got married to Chris Marek and seemed more than ready to move on from the farm life she had known for several years. She even sold her half of Roloff Farms and starting filming cooking classes that she posted online. With so many changes taking her away from the farm and the hard work involved with starting a new life, fans wonder why she still stays on the show. Fans of the reality TV series LPBU on Reddit have said that one of the reasons she has yet to cut ties with the show is that fans believe that if Amy were to walk away from the show, it might initiate a downward spiral that would eventually end the series. Zach's fraternal twin, Jeremy Roloff, and his wife left the show, and Zach feuded with his dad over how he treated him concerning the sale of Roloff Farms. Therefore, Amy might be the one holding it all together, and if the series were to stop, it might seriously affect Zach's finances. Zach is the last of his siblings who still appears on the show regularly, and it is hard to say what he would do for a living if it wasn't for LPBO, based on what fans have seen on the show. He always planned on taking over the farm, but now it seems like that plan is dead in the water. He has moved his family to Battleground, Washington, an hour away from the farm. Zach and Amy have always had a close relationship, with him being the only little person among her 4 children with Matt. They have shared experiences that are uniquely theirs, like climbing Mount St. Helens. A lot of Little People, Big World fans think that this is the main reason why she still films the show, even though that means hanging out with Matt and his wife. Amy has always been a fan favorite because of her personality and how she handles problems, so staying on the show for her son would definitely fit her personality. With TLC yet to confirm if the show might be coming back for season 24, it's anyone's guess what might happen next. Why Little People, Big World fans are mocking Zach and Jeremy's Sandbox War. Little People, Big World's Jeremy and Zach Roloff have been at odds with one another for some years, but a new Sandbox War has officially taken the cake. The twin brothers used to be thick as thieves when they were younger, often playing soccer with their friends. As they grew up and got married, it seemed that life got in the way of their relationship. Jeremy and Zach had been inseparable since they were born in 1990. For a few early seasons of Little People, Big World, the twins would share a room, attend the same Christian school, and even play sports together. Sadly, Jeremy's priorities shifted when he met Audrey Mirabella Body. Jeremy and Audrey met in 2010 when they were both home from college. As viewers are well aware, the couple hit it off, and Jeremy and Audrey got married in September 2014. Since the day Jeremy and Audrey met, nothing has been the same between Zach and Jeremy. As the newest season of Little People, Big World came to a close, fans took to Reddit to discuss a recent battle between the brothers over a children's sandbox. Last summer, Jeremy shared a series of Instagram stories, which revealed a sandbox he had built for his children. While the construction was basic, Jeremy seemed excited about it. As noted, he got pretty hyped about the idea for a cover with a hitch. Sadly, Zach decided to try and mark his territory by taking the project to a whole new level. TLC even jumped on the bandwagon and decided to film a 4-part episode about Zach building the sandbox and leaving Jeremy out of it. Wrote what almost everyone was thinking. If they really are competing with sandboxes, it's the dumbest fight on the planet. Fans joked that at what point would Jeremy want to redeem himself by making an even bigger sandbox for his kids to play in? Jeremy has just moved into a new farm only 8 minutes down the road from Roloff Farms, so he may come up with a new plan. However, fans hope both boys don't take on junky projects like their father, Matt Roloff, did. Jeremy usually keeps out of the family drama, but he found himself in the middle of a feud with Zach a couple of years ago. Little People, Big World viewers learned that the boys had drifted apart because of their wives not liking each other. Zach and Jeremy had a major blowout, with Zach noting that his brother didn't respect him or his family. Since then, neither one has really spoken to the other. Tori and Zach Roloff. Photos of the Little People, Big World stars. Little People, Big World star Zach Roloff was born with dwarfism, even though his twin brother Jeremy is of normal height. He overcame a number of medical conditions as a child and went on to play on his high school soccer team. He became a household name when his family was featured on TLC's reality hit Little People, Big World. He married Tori Patton in 2015, and 2 years later, they welcomed their first child, Jackson Kyle. The baby was diagnosed with dwarfism like his dad. The couple has since welcomed 2 more children, rounding out the family with daughter Lila and son Joja. In February of 2024, the couple announced during a podcast episode that they'd be stepping away from the show. "We're not coming back to Little People, Big World. Like, we're done," Tori, 31, said during the February 22 episode of the Raising Heights podcast. "That part of our lives, that chapter, has closed." See pics of Zach and Tori below. Tori Roloff holds son Jackson while sitting next to husband Zach on Little People, Big World. The proud parents became first-time parents to Jackson in June 2017. Zach and Tori Roloff share an interview during the series Little People, Big World. The pair are 2 of the TLC series stars. The Roloff family is all smiles in a pic from TLC's Little People, Big World. Tori, Zach, and their little boy Jackson couldn't look happier. Tori Roloff looks at husband Zach during a confessional on Little People, Big World. The duo looked super. Little People, Big World spoilers are Chris Marek and Amy Roloff getting ready to move again. Little People, Big World spoilers reveal that fans are confused about what is going on with Chris Marek and Amy Roloff these days. When Amy and Chris got married, they moved into their new home, but there has been some speculation that they are moving once again. Have they moved into a bigger house? Did they leave Oregon? Let's dive deeper to find out more about where they are right now. In 2019, Amy was keeping her fans updated on buying a bigger home and one in her price range. She and Chris actually found the perfect home for them, and they have been doing some renovations to it to make it the way that they wanted. The house is 4,000 square feet, and it cost them about $600,000. When they moved into the home, she talked about how much she loved the neighborhood, and she had to get used to the subtle differences though. Amy still had a lot of stuff in storage though, and her fans wanted to know if she needed yet another bigger home. Chris and Amy lived separately until they were married, and it was nice for them to finally have a home together. Their house seemed incredibly nice, and it looked as if they had everything they needed. All of these questions came out during Amy's newest Facebook Live video with her best friend. Lissamy shared a Facebook Live with her fans this past week. As she was talking to Lisa, fans began to notice that things looked a little different in her kitchen. When one of her fans asked her if she has moved, she was quick to tell her fans that she would never move because she loves her home so much. She mentioned to her fans that she was actively looking, but right now she loves her home. The couple would like something with a little more room, a little more space. They would also like to have about an acre of land. She added, "It's becoming very, very expensive out here." It wasn't love at first sight for LP Bigo stars Amy Roloff and Chris Marek. The reality series Little People, Big World debuted on TLC back in March 2006. For over 16 years, audiences have tuned in to the show that started off chronicling the lives of Amy and Matt Roloff, a couple with dwarfism who had 4 children and a farm in Oregon. Over the years, the Roloff family dynamics shifted, but fans still kept on watching. The kids grew up and became adults, And after 27 years of marriage, Amy and Matt divorced in 2016. Currently, both of them are involved in romantic relationships with other people. Matt has been dating a woman named Caryn Chandler, who he's been with for a few years. With her new life off the farm, Amy found a new significant other in Chris Marek, and they tied the knot in August 2021. But how did Amy meet her second husband? In Season 16, Episode 2 of Little People, Big World, fans saw Amy express to a friend that she had some insecurities about her height as she thought about dating again. She said that getting back into the dating scene was extremely difficult after being married for so long. However, she got back into game and attended a singles mixer called Paint and Sip. Chris was also in attendance, but they did not hit it off at first. All the singles at the event were divided into groups of 2, and Amy was paired up with a man named Bob. While at the mixer, Amy, who had some reservations, shared, "I'm definitely learning. As intimidating as being single may be adventurous, take a chance. Just learn, really, to still be vulnerable." We know that things didn't pan out for Amy and Bob, but the event did allow her to meet Chris. Later on, Chris asked Amy if she'd like to go riding with him on his motorcycle, and from there, the pair started to date. The rest is history. Amy and Chris said, "I do" on Roloff Farms, which ex-husband Matt solely owns. The decision came after Matt offered to host their wedding ceremony amid the venue issues caused by the COVID-19 pandemic. COVID came into play because I think a lot of people either changed or canceled and moved whatever was going on in 2020 to 2021, she explained. So other places just kind of eroded away, and Plan B became Plan A. As with many other Roloff weddings, Amy and Chris nuptials were filmed for LPB Go. Fans got to see the festivities play out during a special episode that aired on TLC. Although Matt and Caryn were invited, they did not attend the wedding. Little People, Big World star Amy Roloff addresses rumors she from husband Chris Marek. Amy Roloff is addressing fans' fears that she has left husband Chris Marek after taking a trip home. Amy, 57, took a trip to her hometown in Michigan to see her family and friends. She shared the photos of her trip to her Instagram. Amy captioned the post, "In Michigan for just a few days, but so worth it to visit with my dad, be with family, and celebrate the marriage of my nephew and wife's marriage. God is good, and I'm so thankful I got to come." After her post, Little People, Big World fans asked why her husband was missing from the festivities. One person asked, "Beautiful photos, but where is Chris?" Another fan added, "Amy, where did you leave Chris?" Amy responded to fans in the comment section, explaining Chris' whereabouts. "I know many of you asked where Chris was. We both took the time to visit each of our families, so he was visiting his family in Idaho," Amy explained, noting that things are good between the couple. "It is all a good thing. We're thankful we each got to take the time to visit family." The couple got married last year in her former home, Roloff Farms in Oregon. Amy and Chris, 60, have shared how happy they've been since getting married. Just recently, Amy celebrated Chris on Instagram for his 60th birthday. "To say you changed my life is an understatement. You let me be me, and yet I continue to learn and grow within myself to continue to strive to be my best," Amy wrote in the caption under a photo of her and Chris. "You're my partner today and riding into the sunset. You're my love and my friend." The Little People, Big World star concluded her loving post by saying she's happy that he chose her. "More of us, appreciating each other and moments being together, adventures, bird watching, riding the motorcycles, games, walks, and discovering something new about ourselves and each other. I celebrate you because you're an awesome man, and I'm happy you chose me and you're a part of my life." Little People, Big World fans took some of Amy's words as a diss to her ex-husband, Matt Roloff, since he didn't let her express herself during their time together. Matt and Caryn are sitting around a campfire on the farm with Amy and Chris. In the scene, the two couples talk about what's in store for all of them for summer, and Matt shares, "We're gonna make a couple of trips down to Arizona." Matt and Caryn spend a decent amount of time in Arizona, where they have a vacation home that used to belong to Caryn's parents. In a clip from the season finale of Little People, big word, courtesy off now, they will be living together for an extending period of time in the house purchased the 2-bedroom, 2.5-bathroom in June 2008. The home, which they bought from Caryn's parents, has a patio that includes a waterfall, a built-in gas BBQ and fire pit, plus gorgeous mountain views and a confessional. Caryn also discussed her and Matt's plans and said, "Our grand plan right now is to stay committed, stay in love, go to Arizona, and spend a tremendous amount of time together. When we're here in Portland, we'll live individually and see each other a lot." So it seems that Matt and Caryn will spend half of their time living together in the house they share in Arizona and the other half in Portland. Or, Matt added, "We've got the best of all worlds happening right now. We can't wait to see what's in store for everyone on Little People, Big World next season. Maybe Matt will propose to Caryn in season 23. Who knows, but it seems like that's the direction they're headed in. Hopefully Amy's wedding to Chris will be televised so we won't miss out on her big day."